So a few days ago I picked up this 4-inch generic refractor telescope with a pretty decent generic mount on it, like a equatorial mount. It's pretty generic. There's nothing special about it, but I liked it because it's well made. It's not a super cheapy like what some of them are. So I picked it up, but it didn't have a drive. It just an equatorial mount. And once you get it lined up, if you don't have a drive on it, you got to constantly adjust your telescope in order to stay on target. Celestron sells these little drive motors for their mounts, for a Celestron C2 and a C3 mount. Comes with the mounting hardware for a C3, that's for a CG3, and the other one's for a CG2. They're really easy to modify to put them onto most of these generic equatorial mounts. I had to do some grinding on the mount itself to get it to clear, and I had to bend it a little bit to get it to sit where I wanted it to sit, nice and straight on the universal joint there. I had to pull the universal joint out a little bit to get to the thumb screws to lock in place. But after all that's said and done, it took about 20 minutes of modifying. After that's all said and done, we got a functional drive motor that will track an object. And it's moving really slow. You can't even really see it moving, but it moves real slow. And it's adjustable. So if it's not geared right for the Celestron mount, you can speed it up, or you can slow it down. Or let's say it should be on the other side, but there's no mounting screws on the other side. You need to go the other direction. You get a north and south switch. You can go the other direction. Pretty cool. These are like $35 on Amazon. Real quick, easy way to modify a fairly cheap equatorial mount into a tracking mount. And that only goes on the right extension. You don't have anything on the declination drive. You don't really need it. Once you get everything set up properly with an equatorial mount, you should be able to just leave that alone and then just track with this, and you should be okay. We'll test it out tonight and see how it does. Should be pretty fun.